Welcome to Enviro Vibes Podcast, a podcast where the vibes are high and the environmental impact is low. I'm your host, Samantha, and in today's episode, we'll be discussing what to expect from our podcast and who is Gus and Quality Environmental. Today, we have a very special guest, as you know, a true VIP in our industry with 35 years experience, a pioneer in the abatement and demolition world. This extraordinary individual is not just a guest on our show, he's the founder and owner of Quality Environmental. Please welcome my father, the one and only Gustavo Escutia.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you. I feel honored to be able to do this podcast, and especially with you, first generation of remediation and demolition contractor. I'm very excited.
Yes. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's great welcome.
Yes.
Thanks.
Did you like your intro?
It's beautiful. This is great. I like it. Yeah, this is our house.
Let's get ready for some untold and unheard stories of the abatement world and dive into the journey of Gus Escutia and how he created Quality Environmental. So welcome and thank you for joining us. Let's go on to the first question. So first, we're going to start off with you. Who is Gus? Can you give us a brief description of who Gus is and how you came over to the United States?
Okay. Oh, well, that's a very long time. Let me start. Back in the late 80s, my dad decided to come to America for our American dream, to seek for a better opportunity from Acapulco, Mexico. So we came in the late 80s, arrived in Orange County. I started at a very early, young age, working in different jobs until was in my 17s. My father through a school teacher and my brother's high school, he found an opportunity to work in the environmental industry, such as asbestos abatement. Mm-hmm. And that was not that many Latinos. There were back in the late 80s.
Right.
So he was one of the pioneers back in those days. Yeah. So I joined him back in I believe it's 89 or 90, 1990. And since then, this has been my passion.
So you were 17 years old when you started in the asbestos abatement and demolition world.
Correct.
So
yes.
You were one of the young ones. I mean, I cannot imagine many other kids that were 17 also doing the same thing. So that's incredible that you were introduced to this industry at such a young age, and you're still doing it today at 50? You said you're 50 years old?
I'm 50, yes.
Yeah, at 50 years old.
I'm 50 young, come on.
50 years young. So it's incredible that, you're still in the same industry. You built this company and it's amazing. And so you climbed the ladder to get here. Obviously, you didn't get here, one day to the next.
Correct.
So can you tell us a little bit about how you climbed that ladder? Like, what positions did you have from 17 years old to now? Can you explain that?
Sure. Well, like I said, back in the late 80s, I became an asbestos worker through my father, and we both work in the same company. So I started as a worker. Then, something triggered me because there were not many Latinos that were supervisors and managers. So I saw one in a project back in the days. It was a big mall. I think we were doing the Bullock store. You probably don't recognize or don't remember the Bullocks.
Grocery store?
Yeah, no, that was almost like a Macy's or Woolworth store, where they have electrics and clothing department.
Like a Sears.
Correct.
Okay.
So that was a big store. So they were closing the stores, and this company that I was working for, they had this big project. And when we arrived with my father, I was amazed to see the first Latino supervisor. And when I saw him, I barely speak English.
Right.
I was barely starting to learn speaking English. So I saw this guy and said, wow. The wow factor came to me and said, if he can do it, why not me? And I was only 17, 18 years old. And that was my beginning of thinking to be a better man and have a better position and work really hard. So I really worked hard with my hands and learning and getting more skills, experience. Then back in 1992, the company I was working for, they promoted me to be a supervisor. And like I said, many I barely speak English, so I was learning. And the way I was learning is I exchanged. So a lot of the American people that were working in the same crew, I asked them, can you teach me English and I will teach you Spanish?
Oh.
So we were exchanging words and
So they
learning.
wanted to learn Spanish.
Correct.
And you were like, okay, so I'll teach you Spanish. Just teach me English so I could get by and, do my job and be an asset to the company, right?
Definitely. Yeah. And it wasn't that easy. I mean, in 1992, I became a supervisor. Before that, I was like a new leadman. So in 92, I started as a supervisor. Then my boss in those days, he was American Italian. He used to tell me things where the scope of work. He described the scope of work. He didn't speak any Spanish, no work in Spanish at all. So when he gave me the instructions, I was looking at his gesture,
oh my gosh,
and pointing at things. You do that, you install that negative air machine over there. You're going to put a deacon shower right here.
Wow.
You're going to do step 1 through 3. And I say, yes, sir. He said, do you understand? I say, yes, sir. Okay, I'm going to be leaving and I'll come back later on today so you can do what I said. Do you understand, Gus? I say, yes, sir.
Did you understand?
No. I didn't understand nothing. I mean, when he left, I'm like, what did he say? I didn't understand, but I'm going to do my best, base it in what I've done in the past as a worker.
Yeah.
So this is just a little example. I mean, I've been through hoops and through many errors and failures, but I won't say it's failures. They're all learning lessons.
Yeah.
And I learned the hard way. I've been there and done that. I start from scratch. I'm a former asbestos worker, working supervisor. I love to lead my team, and that's how I become who I am now at this day, a great leader. And I always say the leaders build and make other leaders. So I share it and teach my people to be like me. So, 1992, become a supervisor, worked through probably a few companies, large companies. And in the early mid-90s, I will say, I saw the need of a better business culture. Mm-hmm. We were not treated right. And I'm not saying just Latinos, but everybody in general, all our worker and labor force back in those days. People didn't treat us with respect and dignity, and they provide very poor PPE, personal protection equipment. They give us coveralls and suits that were ripping apart within 5 minutes.
Were they trying to save costs maybe
Correct.
in their company?
Yes, they didn't invest in us. So I think my early beginnings of thinking about building something great was in those days, back in the 90s, looking at my people suffering with not the proper PPE.
Did you know that in your mind that one day you were going to have this? Did you ever feel or know in your heart that you were going to make a company?
I was thinking about building something, not this magnitude.
Right.
And it came to probably, I will say, early 2000s when I started reading. And I read this great book, The Secret and Think and Grow Rich. Yeah. So I definitely learned that visualization is so powerful. And I visualize, nowadays where we're standing, I visualize this building and all our vehicles and the great thing that we have now.
Yeah.
Yes, I definitely visualize it.
Well, that's amazing because, now you have such a nice company and a good company culture. You take care of your people. Like you said, that was one of the things that was important for you as when you were a worker. So you took it upon yourself to continue that to your company. And
correct. I always say, safety plus productivity equals quality.
Correct.
That's success company. But don't never compromise safety. Safety is a priority number one for our team and our people in the field.
And then going a little bit backwards, so tell us one of your craziest stories from a project from back in the day.
Crazy story. Okay, I got many crazy stories.
I know.
and I have 30-something years experience.
35.
I
did my research.
That's right. 35.
Yeah.
I used to have a lot of hairs.
Yes.
So that can tell you, guys, asbestos right here.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, crazy story. Okay, I got this crazy story. We were working in a project that was in a college, Mall Park, I believe, Ventura, somewhere over there. And my boss in those days, he sent me and only few guys, few workers, like my father and few of the guys that are working with me now. They've been with me for 28 years already. Wow. So we arrived. There was a project with already a crew of 30 people. And the project was losing money. The owners didn't know why. So they said, you go there and you're going to research. You're going to go inside the containment. We were scraping, fireproofing. And they said, you have to go there and clean the house. And I'm like you. Yeah, me. Oh. You know, a young, I don't know, I was probably in my late 30s, somewhere around there. Says, you're going to go there and clean the house, Gus. I say, why? You know, I don't want to be the bad guy.
Right.
So it says, yes, we don't know what's going on. You just get there. And if something's not working, you report to us. So, you know, I arrived in the job, always friendly, you know, always respectful. There was a supervisor in the project. And there was probably, 25, 30 people approximately. So I arrived and within the first week, the guys who were not doing good, they were lazy. They were not respectful too, because I was inside containment. I was a supervisor inside containment. And we had the supervisor outside. He was the one in charge of the entire project. So I caught people that were not doing what they're supposed to, very unsafe. So I started getting rid of them one by one. And I started bringing
firing them or?
Well, I had to not fire him exactly, but I said, you know, you're not for this project. You're not for this job. With all the respect, it doesn't matter what size you are, what age you are, if you're young, if you're old, you know, we need to get this job done. And they were not a hard worker. So I started letting go one by one. You know, I will say within a few weeks, I brought my team, and my team meaning not just people that I know, but people that they really want to work.
Yeah.
Within a few weeks, we have my team, my crew, and the project was doing really bad still because they were losing. So I was able to talk to my guys and my team, and I said, let's help this company Saturday and Sunday, you know, and in those days we can do that. So yeah. I asked, I'm going to be here Saturday and Sunday.
With no pay?
With no pay at all. No pay, and that was a prevailing wage project. Wow. But back in those days, it were very little. Not like now. But I said, we need to help this company. We need to make this project successful. You know, this is the company that help us, give us a job, and provide for us.
Yeah.
And why not helping the company? If you guys are okay, I'm going to be here Saturday and Sunday. And probably 20 of them show up. And they say, Gus, you are our leader. And we're here because of you. And do you say you want to help the company? Let's help the company. So they believe in me.
Yeah.
And that's one of the stages in my life that I said, man, I have a voice.
Yeah.
You know, I worry about the companies. And probably the company didn't appreciate who we were back then.
Yeah.
They didn't recognize it. They'll probably buy us a Little Caesar pizza and that's it. You know, I was buying, you know, chicken and KFC.
You were buying for the employees out of your pocket.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
like
yeah.
To appreciate them instead of the company doing like an employee appreciation thing. Yeah.
And, you know, a few of them, they used to look at me like thinking, what are you doing, Gus?
Like you're wasting your money.
You're wasting our money. You're wasting our time.
Yeah.
And I always said, listen, you know, one company, one day, a company is going to be grateful and reward us for all the hard work.
Yeah.
And it happened, you know.
Yeah.
They've been with me. I will say probably 20% of those employees, they've been with us.
So, see, I didn't even know this story. I mean, growing up, like, you have so many stories and I don't hear all of them. But this is a crazy story because, you know, a lot of the employees that, you know, work here, I remember them and I remember them since I was younger. But I didn't know many of the stories of how you guys came about and how they're still here as loyal employees and they care about this company because they care about you and they care about camaraderie. Like they are like 100%. And they're always on top of it. They're always, they're the ones teaching the newcomers how they work. And it's just a good work ethic. I think.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
it definitely is. This be my goal, building
Yeah.
this business culture in a company that respect and treat everybody with dignity.
Yeah,
And the same, we'll receive the same. My biggest investment is our people and our team,
for sure.
and that's what make us different.
Yeah.
I'm a leader. I'm the captain of this boat, but guess what? I start being a follower.
Yeah.
To be a great leader, you have to be a great follower and be able to teach others to be leaders. It's for me, it's a big accomplishment in life, and
Yeah.
that set us apart.
Yeah.
I've been there and done that, and I'm one of them.
Yeah.
I'm no different.
I love it. Okay, well, that was a good little story. Thank you for that. We're going to go on a short break. When we come back, we'll be doing a challenge. It's called the Hot Ones Challenge Father-Daughter Edition. So get ready. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. And now we're doing the Hot Ones Challenge Father-Daughter Edition. So let me explain the game. Okay, so the Hot Ones Challenge involves eating increasingly spicy hot wings while answering questions. So not just eating the wings, you're gonna answer the questions while you're eating the wing.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna answer the questions when I'm eating the
Well, you'll eat the wing and then you'll answer the
Oh,
question.
okay.
Yeah. There'll be 3 rounds and 1 bonus round, which will have the hotter, spicy wing.
So every round is each wing?
It gets hotter increasingly. Each round will be hotter than the last, starting with a mild hot sauce and gradually increasing the heat with each wing. Must eat wing as we answer questions and comment on the flavor and the heat level as we progress through the challenge.
Okay, can you repeat that?
Must eat the wing as we answer the question and comment on the flavor and the
Okay.
heat.
Okay.
You got it?
Kind of like got it, yes.
Okay. Okay, so here's the lineup of sauces. We got the classic, which is the heat level over here. Heat level is 2 out of 10. We got Los Calientes Rojo, which is heat level 5 out of 10. So it's not bad. And then we got the last dab.
Not bad.
The last dab is 11 out of 10 heat level.
Jeez. I have a trip tomorrow, right? I'm
Yeah.
gonna be leaving out of LAX, throwing fire
Yes.
like a dragon.
Out of your...
Yeah, that.
Okay, and the provided relief is horchata, milk, and water. So you get to choose your relief. Yeah.
This.
All right. So the producer actually gave me the questions. So I don't even know the questions. So I'm even
Okay.
participating in
Are
this.
they in Spanish or English?
They're in English.
Okay, good.
Okay. We will start off easy, but we will get spicier with each question and round of wings. What is your favorite childhood memory? Describe the setting, the activity, the mood, and what made that moment so special for you.
Wow. Special
But you
child
got
setting.
you got to eat the wing.
Number 1.
Yeah, number 1.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Special child setting.
childhood memory.
Childhood memory.
Yeah. Do I do the same thing too? I guess I do too.
Oh my God.
Hold on.
I got a cut in my finger.
All
Oh, this is acid.
No, but this is the non-spicy one. Okay,
Not bad.
not bad. Spice level 2 out of 10.
Yeah. I
And I-
remember my grandma. We were playing loteria. Mexican bingo. We were all the family playing. So probably 2-3 hours later, I was the only one playing with her. And she used to tell me, why you don't want to go and play with your cousins? And I said, Grandma, I love you. And whatever, I always love to listen to you. So she used to give me all the stories about her childhood when she was younger. So all those things are ingrained in my soul, in my heart. One of the things that really helped me to be who I am now is that people used to bring like fruit. When they visit, the gift was grapes, oranges,
Or like a
apples.
apple.
So she used to count. This is good.
You
It's
finished
not spicy though.
You finished the entire wing. I'm not even getting to my story, and I'm like,
okay, so I mean, when they visit, bring grapes. They brought grapes. My grandpa used to count, 20 of the family. Mm-hmm. She counted the grapes. If there were 40 grapes, she used to give 2 grapes to each of us, to each member of the family. But when she gave me the 2 grapes, I said, Mama, I was a kid. Mm-hmm. Why? You gave me 2 grapes. I want a whole bunch.
Yeah, I want more than 2. That's not enough.
She's like, she was telling me, you always share. In your house, you always share with everybody equally. Because God give you an abundance of blessings.
Nice.
And I learned that from her. Always share. The house, you always share with everybody equally. And that's a great memory.
That's a good memory. Oh my God, I don't have a good memory like that. I mean, I probably...
I give you good memories, Sam. Come on.
Yeah, no, I do, but okay, let me eat my wing.
All right,
let
you
me,
eat your wing.
Yeah, let me get the spice in there.
I hope you have the spiciest one.
Okay. One of my favorite memories was one of my birthday parties when I was little. I think we used to do my birthday parties in the park. Remember?
Yes.
And we do the piñata, and we would put the piñata lasso on one of the tree branches. Mm-hmm. Like all my birthday parties, I think were in a park. Mm-hmm. I think it was the cone ones, the ones with the star piñatas, the old style ones.
Yeah.
And we hit the piñata, and then all the kids would get the cones, and they wanted a cone to put their candy inside because we didn't give out goodie bags, I guess. You would have to put them in your pocket or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I didn't get a cone. I was like so sad. I was like, oh, I didn't get a cone. And then you're like, don't worry, I'll get you one. And I think you stole a cone from a kid.
Yes, I did.
To get me a cone. Oh. So that was one of my good
memories. I said, move out the way. This is for my daughter. Yes. Yeah. No. Yes. I think I did that.
I think you did.
More than once.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Good.
Let's move on to the next one. This one wasn't bad.
It was not too bad. Yeah.
It was good, and I'm hungry, so I didn't eat. So. All right. Next question. Which one of you have the worst smelling fart?
Oh.
Describe the stench in detail, and why their fart is worse. Wait. You have to eat your wing.
Okay.
What? Yeah.
Okay.
This is the second one? Yeah.
Second one?
Okay.
The stinkiest fart.
Which one of you have the stinkiest?
One of what? My family?
Yours? No, you, me, and you.
Your sisters and your brothers?
No, me and you.
Oh.
I think you.
I think it's you.
No, because...
I never changed the diaper. And I remember why.
Because they were stinky?
It was, the stinkiest. I'm like, man, this is worse than me.
No, but as an adult.
Oh, okay. All right. Here we go. Okay. All right.
I think you, because they're silent and violent.
You know what? I think you're right. Silence and violence.
So you agree yours are worse? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers. Mm-hmm. Hey, this wasn't bad. Okay, it's a little spicy. It's kicking a little bit.
It's getting.
It's kicking.
Mm-hmm. I hope that the last one I'm not running to the bathroom.
It's good though.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Eat the next wing while singing this section of the national anthem. You have to sing. I don't think you know the national anthem. Mm-hmm. You know the national anthem? Mm-hmm. All right, you gotta read it with me.
Oh, there we go. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we gotta sing it. Okay. While we eat the wing. All right, ready? Oh. I think this is the Apollo, the last dab. Woo! Okay.
The Apollo? Which one? This one?
This is the last dab.
Oh,
all right, ready?
Okay.
All right, let's have a bite. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Do you feel it?
Oh my God. Dude, I'm burning my tongue.
My tongue is stinging right now. Mm-hmm. Wait,
I'm sorry, I got it. You're bad. You gotta finish
Cheers.
it. We don't have to finish it.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, we have to. This is a
We have to finish it?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna suffer right now.
My lips.
I can't do it.
Why are you doing, Sam? Why do you do it to me?
You're crying. You're crying. I don't think I've ever had anything this spicy before. Do I really have to finish it?
Let's do it. You can do it. You're Escutia. Remember that.
Look. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Jeez, dude, this is bad. Yes.
Okay, bonus question. I don't think I can do this. Bonus question. Tell each other one thing that you don't like or something you would change about the other. Play nice.
But there's wings or what? Or you?
It says, tell each other one thing that you don't like.
You start first.
Tell each other one thing that you don't like or something you would change about the other. I can't focus on the question.
I don't know, man. I'm focusing.
Oh, about you? Okay.
Yeah, tell me first.
You're focusing on the hotness of the wing?
Oh my God. This is bad. I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat that last one.
I don't think so either. Well, let's try it.
All right.
It's part of the challenge.
Go for it.
We're Escutia, remember?
Yes.
You don't have to finish the last one. Just bite it.
Just bite it.
Yeah. But do you say what you like
Okay.
about me?
What I don't. Oh, you.
Yeah.
You want to hear?
Man,
What,
I cannot even talk.
you want to hear what I want? What I have to say?
Oh yes.
I think. What do I not like about you? Jeez. A lot of things. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man, that's bad.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're very particular about things when it comes to anything, you know? So I'm in marketing, but you are very like nitpicky or like particular in certain things and that's probably one of the things, oh my God, that I don't like about you.
Oh, me? Oh my God. That's, no, not too bad. I would say, this is really bad.
You got milk too.
Not you, but what I don't like for you, something that I don't like. Probably, you're too analytical. Maybe.
Too analytical.
Too analytical.
Okay.
Possibility. Sensitive, maybe because you're a girl.
I'm a girl.
I know, but you know.
All right, cheers.
All right, what's this?
One bite.
All right, that's it. Only one bite.
Yeah, only one bite.
Man, this is like a rock. Not even a little piece come out from the wing. Ugh.
I'm sorry I did this to you.
Oh my God. Oh my God, I would never eat any more wings in the future. Unless it's buffalo wings.
Buffalo Wild Wings, okay.
Yeah, all right.
Got it. All right, so we're gonna go on a short break. When we come back, we're gonna be diving into the beginnings of Quality Environmental. We'll be right back.
You're a bad girl. We did it.
And we're back. So, what did you think about the Hot Ones challenge?
Man, you're bad. I will never forget.
I know, I was crying. I saw tears coming out of your eyes.
Oh yeah, of course.
It was pretty bad. But now we're going to go on to the next segment. So previously we talked about how you were introduced to this industry of asbestos abatement and demolition. And now we're going to dive into Quality Environmental. So the first one is like how you started QE. For me and my perspective, I remember out of your garage. So I remember, in our house, we had a garage and you had an office. You had like your desk, you had a big whiteboard that had like the lines on it so that you can write all your jobs. You had a built-in like floor plan, or what is it? Like a wooden floor plan.
Yeah, that was like a bench to read plans. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Drafting table that we built with plywood and
I remember
2x4s.
Yeah,
Right in the garage.
I remember I got a freaking, what is it called?
A splinter.
A splinter from it.
Yes.
And then I also remember you had made a vision board, which was a piece of paper. It was a piece of paper, and you literally wrote down like your visions for your company. And that was, to me, I was little. I didn't know what that was. But it's, it's amazing how far you've came. Can you walk me a little bit through the timeline from the beginning to what you have today? So the beginning meaning the garage. So can you give me like a little bit?
Sure. I mean, if we talk about Quality Environmental, it's we started over my garage back in 2003. I built another company with somebody I knew for years.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out. My dad and I were partners with him. And back then, we don't know anything about business. So we just did a handshake, bring a bunch of money, and the investment didn't work out. So next thing you know, I started thinking of, okay, what am I going to do? I want to do and own my own company. And that's when, in the middle of the, I would say, legal case with the other guy that didn't want to give us the money back.
So you lost all that money?
I lost all my money. I lost my house too. We lost the house, as you probably remember.
I don't know. I didn't know. I mean,
we moved out. I mean, I did this business in 2003 and it started with somebody I knew for probably 12, 13 years. I was doing a lot of side work. And I said, hey, listen, why don't we become partners and I can bring some business. And the first thing he says, I don't have no money. I said, really? No worries. My dad and I will get loans from our houses and I'll bring you the money. So that's what we did. I trust this person.
Yeah.
Bring all the money and handshake. And next thing you know, I have a business. But I didn't know what kind of business. In the first year, I brought probably $1.2 million out of my garage.
Yeah.
And this is what my contacts.
Crazy.
No overhead. My dad's house was the warehouse. And I don't know if you remember, your grandpa's house was full of equipment in the backyard.
I don't remember.
So anyway, in 2004, the business didn't work out. I called a business lawyer, and he's still our business lawyer up to date, and he's a great friend of mine. And the company is like a guardian angel to us. He says, Gus, what do you really want? And I said, I definitely want to build my own. I want my company, a family-owned business. He says, okay, you worry about going and get your license, insurance, and I'm going to try to get you as much money I can get back to you. So in that process, we lose the house, I lose all my money, but I had the hope and the faith that we're going to build something great. And that's when, I was presented to the vision boards with The Secret, the book and the video, and I was sharing it with you and your mother and all your brothers back in those days. And that's when I started working towards quality. So in 2005, we found Quality Environmental out of the garage.
Yeah.
And
I remember when you were taking your exams for your company, I remember seeing you reading out of like a big book. And I was like, my dad doesn't read, he doesn't study. But, you were, I guess, now I know as I grew up, but back in the day, I was like, I saw you like every night you were studying. You were like, had your notebook, you were taking your notes, you were studying and you were doing something. And I guess that's because you were studying for the
And I'm going to tell you something funny. The book, for real, there was like this, one for law, one for trade. And the funny thing is that I never been in the school here in the United States. I never went to high school or elementary, none of the schools. I only went to adult school probably for 4 months.
And what did you learn there?
Well, what I discovered is I don't want to say nothing bad about the public school. I mean, this was an adult school.
Yeah.
But back in those days, it was really difficult. A lot of people going and looking for a boyfriend or girlfriend, I wasn't looking for that, but it was more social.
Oh, okay.
And I was not learning quick. And that's what I choose to learn, self-educate myself.
Yeah.
So when I was reading these books, keep in mind, I never went to school.
Right.
So I learned the hard way. I started reading it and reading it and reading it. I probably read 5, if not 10 times the books.
Wow.
To be able to memorize and learn the technical aspect to be able to pass and achieve and get my state California license.
That's
and
incredible.
you probably remember, I used to lock myself in the garage in the nights.
Yeah.
And wake up at 5 a.m. and continue to read and study.
Yeah.
It was not easy, but once I went and did the test, I passed both tests.
I'm sure that gave you so much more motivation than you already had.
Correct. And I said, if I can do this, the sky is not the limit. I am the limit. I can do whatever I want. Whatever I put in my mind to it, I will achieve. And that's what I did. I really hard work and dedication and visualization. Yes. Thank you.
That's pretty amazing and incredible. Coming from an immigrant, coming to the United States, not knowing any English, and building a company. That's
definitely my biggest motivation has been my family. You and your sister and your brother.
Yeah.
My kids, and always thinking about you guys. What's my legacy? What am I gonna leave when I'm gone?
Right.
What I'm gonna build something for my family and for other families too. So I'm very proud.
So let's go back to 2005 when you started in your garage. So you mentioned you built a company with another person, and then that didn't work out. You got advice from a business lawyer to do it on your own, and you studied for this test. You took this test, you passed, and now you have your license. Now what's the next step? What was the next step for you?
Well, starting from my garage was very difficult, was tough, a little comfortable too. I live in the same house.
Yeah.
My office was in my home. And within 6 months, and I give the credit to my sister Liz. Liz is Utia, your aunt, and she's our vice president of Quality Environmental. I'm very proud of her. And within probably 6 months, she keeps saying and asking, "Gus, we gotta move to a warehouse. We gotta go to a different place. The garage is not the office that we want." And I say, "Yes, but you know what? Let's wait for a year." And one day she picked me up and says, "Gus, let's go. I want to take you somewhere to drink a coffee." And I said, "All right, let's go." And then while we were traveling and driving, she took me to Santa Fe Spring, to where our first office was. And we went to the building, the complex. It was only 1,000 square feet. And she says, "Okay." I set up an appointment. "Look, this is our warehouse, 1,000 square feet. And one little office. And also we have a little lobby. Very small, but she did something remarkable that awakened myself, to say, yeah, you know what? It's better, bigger and better things.
Yeah.
So we need to start. And that's why we moved there in almost 2006, within 6 months to 8 months.
So you took the leap of faith. You just said, "I'm just gonna let's just do it."
So when we moved to the warehouse, our office was a picnic table, buckets, and some fold-out chairs.
No, not buckets.
Yes, it was. No, trust me.
Buckets was your chair?
Yes. There were chairs and buckets. We sit in buckets. We didn't have many chairs.
Wow.
We started from humble beginnings.
Right.
And with a computer and a printer and a fax machine.
I remember the fax machine.
Yeah. So, we started with the list.
Yeah.
The company, within a year, we brought like $1 million, and everything stopped. Well, okay, we only did business with the people that I knew. We needed more business to continue to grow.
Yeah.
So then Les took the initiative to say, "Brother, we got to do something. You can only visit so many clients that you know and people that you know through the years. Let me grab the yellow pages." So she did. She grabbed the yellow pages and started writing down their names and numbers from general contractors.
Wow.
And, and this is historical. She sent probably 500 to 600 faxes of introduction letters to general contractors.
Wow.
And we received probably, I would say, 10% if not 20% responses.
Wow.
And I'm a big believer of 80-20 principle.
Yeah.
So 20% of the letters that she submit, they answer back. And that's the beginnings of Quality Environmental, starting doing bigger projects, larger projects, better clients, learning about certified payroll. We didn't know about certified payroll and a lot of other regulations. And there were really friendly general contractor companies that there were things that we didn't know. And I'm a big believer. There's a lot of general contractors out there, especially the ones we're working for, that they're willing to help subcontractors. And, you know, and they're always interested in people with a good principles, a good morals, and good practices to be able to do the best that we can be. So we find good people, great people. So, you know, next thing you know, Liz learned a lot of things. Yeah. You know, submitting bid packages and that kind of stuff. So that was the beginning of us, you know, started with big projects. I remember though, doing the vision boards. I used to have one page every year, every December. We used to sit down with the family in our office in the conference table. And I brought my family, you know, you and your sister and your brother and your grandma, your grandfather, and the rest of my brothers with their kids, and come up with a bunch of magazines that we purchased in Barnes and Nobles. Yeah. So we all do the cutouts and put them in the one sheet, and then we grew and grew every year. Now we have a big cork board that we put our visions.
It went from like a note card this size to like a huge poster, presentation poster.
And so when we were doing those vision boards, I remember the afternoons after work, I was there probably some days until up to 8 or 9 at night. Wow. You know, office closed at 5. So after everybody was gone, I used to sit down in the sidewalk in front of the office. And we only had 1,000 square feet. That building was maybe 50,000 square feet. And I started visualizing the office from one corner to another and said, I want an office like this. And I want to have not 2 trucks or 1 truck. I want to have 40, 50 vehicles. And I visualize it. And next thing you know, to fast forward, now we have more than 40 vehicles in our company. Yeah. And, you know, I would say visualization works. But you visualize, you materialize. Yeah. But there's a lot of other work that it's in the middle, you know. It's a lot of determination, hard work, and just doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's no shortcut to success. You have to go through struggles, challenges, hoops. Yeah. You know, it's a roller coaster, but it's amazing how far you've come. And obviously this is not the end. You have a lot more to grow, and we have a lot to grow from and to make this company go even higher. So this podcast is not the end. This is the beginning to show you guys and just be in this moment, explaining about this.
Thank you, Sam. And I'm happy that you are the speaker of Quality Environmental, the speaker for the family, and for you being the first generation, you know, and getting all these skills, experience, you know, and your own experiences too. Yeah. You know, to be able to help our clients and the public, you know, especially providing all this information and educational podcasts and information we're gonna send up there, you know, to make an awareness. It's amazing. No, I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Yes, we're gonna do a lot of videos that bring awareness. We're gonna bring GCs, you know, clients, even our employees to talk about and have a chat about this industry. So, well, there you have it. This is the end of this video and the journey of Gus Escutia and how he created Quality Environmental. There's much more to it, so stay tuned on the next videos and follow us on all social media platforms, LinkedIn, Instagram. And yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this podcast, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you on the next one.